Cartman is one of South Park's fan favorites. Cruel as he is, we might be able to find some goodness somewhere within him. Well, as good can be for someone like an Eric Cartman. Join me in today's video and let's figure out if there's some goodness somewhere in Eric Cartman's heart. Before we get started, I just want to introduce myself. Hello, my name is Kenya Deanna and I like to make videos on topics that I just find interesting, specifically on videos about cartoons or adult cartoon videos like ones like this one. And also, I will be referencing some South Park videos and this video will be divided into 5 parts. So let's get started with part 1. Cartman is easily one of the characters that we would fear if he were a real kid. We have seen him do horrible things, such as tormenting a kid and feeding his parents to him, as we see in Scott Tenorman Must Die.
My mom and dad are dead? Oh my god!
Your tears are so yummy and sweet.
Not only has he done this, but he has purposefully given Kyle AIDS by injecting AIDS into Kyle just because Kyle made fun of him.
You think HIV is something to be laughed at, Kyle? Well, let's just see how funny it is now, asshole.
So I guess Cartman wanted to get revenge. He even pretended to have Down syndrome just so he can compete against kids who actually have Down syndrome just for $1,000.
All I have to do is make people think I'm handicapped and I get $1,000. It won't be easy, but nothing worth having ever is.
I want to be in the Special Olympics.
Boozer.
Yeah, what a sweetheart that he is, right? So how can someone so evil and cruel have any good in them whatsoever? Is Eric Cartman just that much human, or is he just that much of a child to be acting in the way that he does? Because I mean, even in real life, we can see examples of evil, horrible, disgusting people do good things. Just an uncomfortable fact that we all know. Let's take example for someone as horrible, disgusting, and evil like Ted Bundy. Ironically, he helps people by saving lives through a suicide helpline. And he even helped the police catch the Green River Killer. So let's see what all good things Eric Cartman has done. But first, let's see if there's any goodness that he has done that doesn't benefit himself or that wasn't done out of selfishness. Cartman being an antagonistic, selfish, self-centered character, it is so easy to see that he can manipulate situations to make it seem like that he is a great person or take the situation to his own benefit. Let's start with this first example. Season 7, episode 11, Casa Bonita. Cartman sets his efforts to gain an invitation to Kyle's birthday party, which is set to take place at Casa Bonita, which is a real Mexican-themed restaurant in Lakewood, Colorado. Cartman is not initially invited to Kyle's birthday party. He orchestrates a plan to make Butters go missing so he can take his place at Kyle's birthday party. Cartman goes to extreme measures to make Butters go away so he won't go to Casa Bonita. In this episode, Cartman has a real way of seeming very genuine when he apologizes to Kyle for everything he has done to him. But we quickly see that he only apologizes so that he can go to Casa Bonita.
I never meant to make you feel like you didn't matter at all to me. I know we argue all the time and I give you tons of crap, but we've also been through a lot together. You really don't care that you can't go? I care, sure, but I hope it doesn't mean you and me and Stan and Kenny can't hang out anymore. That's exactly what I wanted to hear from you all along. Hey, if for some reason Butters can't go to Casa Bonita, you can take his place. Bingo.
This is a prime example of Cartman manipulating the situation to his own benefit. Just on a side note, it kind of blows my mind that a lot of top 10 lists of Cartman being nice, that this example is on their list. And it blows my mind because, yeah, he was being very genuine, but obviously that this situation was just a manipulation tactic. And we see that right after he apologizes to Kyle. So I just don't understand it, but anyways, another episode that I would love to bring up is season 10, episode 7. Leanne Cartman has problems out of her son, Eric Cartman. So she turns to the
dog whisperer,
Caesar Milan, to make him a good little boy. The methods that Caesar Milan has used might have turned Eric Cartman into a repressed murderer. So as we can see towards the episode, Eric started to become a good little boy. He started doing his homework, started eating better, losing a little bit of weight, and even respecting his mother, which is kind of crazy. But of course, knowing Eric Cartman, this is much of a manipulation tactic. For a while, I wasn't sure that if this was a manipulation tactic or not, but the more I watched this episode, the more clear it became to me that yeah, it was a manipulation tactic. And I came up with this decision because we can see towards the end of the episode that Miss Cartman wanted to go to a show and asked Eric after being rejected from Caesar Milan. At first he denies it, but the consistent characteristic of Leanne Cartman is that she loves to spoil her little son. To get him to go with her, she kind of bribes him into going after saying that she would buy him a Mega Ranger if he goes with her. But of course, knowing Eric being manipulative, he bargained for 2 Mega Rangers. Getting what he wants, his mother accepted. So what made me realize that the situation was a manipulative tactic is the zoom in on Eric Cartman's eyes as the music was playing in the background. I don't know, the zoom in his eyes just made something about that seem very, very fishy. And very fishy, I mean very, very manipulative. Trying to do things out of the kindness of his heart is very hard for him to do by the clear examples that are stated. So is there anything that he has done that is truly, genuinely nice that he has done? Let's see. As surprising as it is, yes, Eric Cartman has shown a couple of genuine acts, so let's try to figure those out. We can see this in 2021 South Park special, South Park Post-COVID. In this special, the setting takes place 40 years into the future and features the characters of dealing with the consequences of COVID-19 pandemic. The plot revolves around the death of Kenny, who becomes a scientist, and the boys' attempts to save him. Stan, Kyle, and Cartman reunites and try to work together to prevent the pandemic from happening and save Kenny's life. The special also explores the characters' lives into the future. Cartman is portrayed as a rabbi and has converted to Judaism, who also has a beautiful family, much to Kyle's skepticism and annoyance. Cartman forms the foundation against time travel, intent on preventing Kenny's plan. Now, with Cartman becoming a decently nice person in the future, maybe he has changed for the better as a person. To save everyone, he sacrificed himself and his family in the 40-year timeline. Cartman's fate is further explored, and in the new timeline, it is revealed that he is a drunk and that he is homeless.
Thank you, yes! You can suck my...
Meanwhile, the other character's life has become decently good. Kyle has won the Nobel Prize, Stan is in the military and is with Wendy. Shelly and Sharon are alive. Jimmy went back to his original raunchy comedy. Now this is the ultimate kindness we have seen out of someone like Eric Cartman. And it's kind of crazy because the ultimate form of love is sacrificing oneself. One more episode that I want to go through is the episode Major Boobage. I can say that this is genuinely one of the nicer things that Cartman has done out of the genuine kindness of his heart. Cartman saves the neighborhood's cats from confiscation and extermination due to this thing called cheesing. Cheesing is pretty much just getting high off of cat pee. Yeah, it's cat pee. He hid them in his attic to protect them from the new law that was placed on the town because of getting high off of cat pee. When the government tries to confiscate his cat, Mr. Kitty, Cartman hides Mr. Kitty into his attic. With Mr. Kitty in the attic, Mr. Kitty has friends that wants to be saved as well. Now, at first, of course, Eric Cartman says no, but we can tell that he really wants to save these cats, and it actually resulted in him saving the neighborhood's cats. He even takes in an older lady's cats when she insists on giving her cat to him because her cat had nowhere else to go. What a freaking heart of gold Eric Cartman has. There are a couple of acts that I've considered to be good acts from Eric Cartman, but looking further into these episodes, they were kind of done out of selfish motive. Let's look at the first example, when he hooks up Nicole and Token and Cartman finds love. Cartman, upon seeing a new girl, Nicole, assumes that Token should be interested in her because they're both black. Nicole reveals that she has a crush on Kyle. Cartman, not wanting his matchmaking skills not to go to waste, tells her that Kyle and Cartman are a gay couple.
Thing is, me and Kyle are kind of, together. Yeah, he's my man. So just, don't touch me because I'm not into girls, so it kind of grosses me out. Oh. Wait, thanks a lot, and just, stay away from my man, bitch.
He then sets up an elaborate scheme to get Nicole and Token together because of his racist belief that people should date in their own race. However, it is ultimately revealed that Nicole and Token has genuine feelings for each other, and they decide to ignore the expectations of others and pursue their relationship. This is obviously a bad thing that he believes that people of their own race should be together. But besides that race aspect of it, I felt that he felt genuinely happy for them being together. And when they broke up, he was genuinely sad. And especially to see that Nicole and Token have genuine feelings for each other. But when it boils down to it, yeah, this was just done out of racism, and it was just done out of the lens of just being selfish. Second and last example that I want to bring up is Cartman's
Make it red!
campaign. In the episode, The Death of Eric Cartman, the boys decide they are going to ignore Cartman because he's an asshole. This leads him to believe that he is dead. He enlists Butters to help him make amends for his past sin, as he assumes that his soul is haunting Butters. Together, they attempt to make peace with all the people that he has done wrong over the past years. Everyone's list of top Cartman's nicest thing he has ever done episodes, everyone includes this one. While yes, Cartman was being nice and apologizing and trying to make amends and giving away baskets, and he even saves the lives of hostages. But after all of that, he still hasn't learned a damn thing. Because towards the end of the episode, the boys come and tell Cartman that they're going to stop ignoring him after seeing all the good deeds that he has done. Which resulted in Cartman telling Butters that he thought that he told him that he was a ghost. So therefore, Cartman shall get revenge on Butters.
You didn't think that by pretending you didn't exist you would really change, but you really have.
You told me I was a ghost!
But I thought you were one.
How stupid are you? So help me God, Butters, I'm gonna get you back for this. I'm going to get you back!
Now, after all of this, you would think that Cartman would have learned his lesson and just been a good little boy, but absolutely not. He goes back to his old ways. Like I said previously, he has done some good deeds, but he has only done these good deeds out of the selfish reasoning that he thought that he was dead. And he only wanted to do it to attain his eternal bliss. So no matter how you slice it or dice it, he only did these things out of selfish motive. Yet again, I was fooled. So after going through these episodes, I will admit that it was very hard for me to find actual genuine goodness that Eric Cartman has done out of the kindness of his heart without any selfish motive. Only a selected couple of episodes where he did these good deeds. And these good deeds were just him saving cats and sacrificing him and his family. And even after all these years, yeah, it's kind of hard to find genuine and good acts that he has done. Even after exploring how evil, cruel, manipulative, and selfish that he is, Eric Cartman is still my favorite character of all time. Now let me know in the comment section below if there's anything that I have missed, anything that I oversought. Maybe there are other acts of kindness and goodness that came from genuinely his heart, because honestly these were the only ones that I've seen. Literally these only two that I've seen. But at least we can say there's just a tiny smidge of goodness somewhere within him. Thank you so much for watching this video, and please comment, like, and please subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye. Everything he has done in this episode. Bella? You ruined my shot.